Can you believe what just happened to our team? A desperate move in the secondary has brought back a veteran with an incredible comeback story that's sure to inspire you. Adrien Colbert is back at a critical moment when injuries to our starters forced an unexpected decision. But could he be the missing piece to save our season? Colbert's story is amazing. He suffered a severe accident in his youth, getting hit by a car while riding his bike, and doctors weren't sure if he'd ever play football again. Despite the odds, he not only returned to the field but also appeared in 42 NFL games, starting 22 of them, and recorded 11 special teams tackles. Now, with Jaquan Brisker sidelined by a concussion and Elijah Hicks out with an ankle injury, the team needs depth in the secondary. Colbert, with his experience and familiarity with the defensive system, might just be the perfect solution. On another note, the fact that we didn't promote Darrynton Evans to the active roster, even with DeAndre Swift's injury, is a clear sign that Swift is recovering well. He completed a full practice on Friday, which is fantastic news. Now let's talk about DJ Moore, our offensive star. Against the Vikings, who lead the league in blitz percentage, Moore will be crucial. With Thomas Brown calling the plays, Moore was flawless in the last game, 7 receptions on 7 targets. He's electric with the ball in his hands, and against an aggressive defense like the Vikings, we need to lean on slants, drag routes, and screen passes to maximize his impact. Another key point is the connection between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. In the last game, Caleb released the ball in an average of 2.42 seconds, the fastest of his career. That quickness will be critical against the Vikings' pressure. We don't need to reinvent the game, we just need to execute the basics perfectly. The game was intense and thrilling, but unfortunately, the final score didn't go our way. 30 for the Vikings and 27 for the Bears. Despite the loss, the team showed incredible fight until the end. DJ Moore shined on the field, proving why he's a cornerstone of our offense, and Caleb Williams showed growth with quick, decisive passes. And speaking of controversies, the NFL's verdict on that block in the Packers game has left Bears fans fuming. The league ruled the play was clean, but do you believe that? Carl Brooks and TJ Slayton clearly made contact with our long snapper, which should have resulted in a penalty. This decision highlights the glaring inconsistency in NFL officiating. Now, Bears fans, it's your turn. Do you think Adrien Colbert's comeback story can be the spark of motivation this team needs? And should DJ Moore remain the absolute focal point of the offense, even after the loss to the Vikings? Share your thoughts in the comments, because the season is on the line and every detail matters. As a Bears fan, I'm torn. Seeing a player like Adrien Colbert, with such an inspiring story of overcoming adversity, return at such a critical moment is truly moving. He brings experience and heart, but can he make the kind of impact we need to save the season? I hope so, because this secondary urgently needs reinforcements. On offense, DJ Moore is playing at an absurd level. He's the guy around whom we need to build our offense, especially with Caleb Williams showing growth and getting the ball out quickly. Even in the loss to the Vikings, the potential of this duo was evident. With some adjustments, we can turn these individual performances into wins. Now, that controversial officiating decision against the Packers was a tough blow. As a fan, it's frustrating to see these repeated errors cost the team crucial moments. But despite everything, I believe we have the talent to turn this season around. I think the main concern for the Bears right now is keeping team morale high. It's easy to get demotivated after a series of losses and controversial calls, but the team showed against the Vikings that they still have fight in them. The return of Adrien Colbert is an interesting addition, especially due to his on-field experience and the inspiring story he brings. He might not be the magic fix for all the issues in the secondary, but his presence can be motivating for the other players and help raise the competitive level of the group. On the flip side, the continued performance of DJ Moore and the development of Caleb Williams are positive signs that give us hope. Moore has proven to be a true anchor on offense, and with the right protection and well-designed plays, he can become a real difference maker, even against aggressive defenses like the Vikings. Of course, for this season to take off, we need scheme adjustments and game-time decisions to be more precise. The coaching staff must find ways to maximize the impact of the talent on the field and make changes that help solve the consistency issues, particularly on defense. In the end, as a fan, it's tough to see the Bears going through such highs and lows in such a short period. But the essence of football is overcoming adversity, and that's what we need to believe in now. May the team's motivation, the leadership of veterans like Colbert, and the talent of players like Moore and Williams fuel a turnaround that puts the Bears back in contention. Because despite everything, I still believe, as a Bears fan, I know this season is a crucial test for the future of the franchise. We know the team has potential, but the challenges faced so far, including injuries and controversial officiating decisions, have made things difficult. It's normal to feel frustrated, especially with how the game against the Vikings played out, but the way the team responded and stayed competitive until the end is a sign that there's something to work on and improve. One of the keys to turning the season around is to ensure that the chemistry between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore continues to grow. Williams is in a period of adaptation and learning, and seeing his ability to release the ball quickly against an aggressive defense like the Vikings is a good sign. That confidence in the pocket is crucial for his development and for the team's success. Also, if the offensive line can provide more protection and the run game becomes a real threat, the dynamics of the offense could shift for the better. On defense, the addition of Adrien Colbert could be a turning point. While he may not be the youngest player, his experience and motivation to overcome challenges could have a positive impact, not just through his presence on the field, but as an example for the younger players. The Bears' secondary needs someone who can help guide the other players and provide stability in a time when mistakes are magnified.